Hello, and this is B Pavitran, and this is for PA Part C. So over here we are finishing the whole thing, and of the changes I made is that like we have a new state in the file called share called the finish state. So we are using this state to signal that the file thread has read all the files present, and this thing is being triggered in the files being changed in the set in the file state, I mean file thread. And when code gets this, it will not like load any more data from the file. It will not load any more data from the file thread, and it will directly go to this one. And over here we are seeing that the buffer is empty. Only after it is empty, we are now sending a signal to the playback thread using the play coord share. So this is similar to the file coord share to maintain the communication between two threads, between the playback and the coord thread. So using this, we are sending a signal to the coord share, to the playback, saying that there is no more data to be sent from the buffer. So in playback, here we have the wave queue being executed. So this is what is responsible for like playing the song. So as waves get into the wave in queue, it as commands, like it keeps on getting play. So when there is no more data, we are just simply ignoring the playing of the queue. So it just reaches this state. In waves, we have the callback over here, and this callback, we are now having the wave number. So what this does is, like, there's a separate thread called the wave out thread, which is not outside our control. And like when we give the play command, the data in the wave is actually being sent to this thread, which is outside what we have written, and it is in this thread that the waves are being played. So even if like we stop our execution, there might be some waves present in this thread that is outside our control and which cannot be accessed. So what we are doing is, we are just like after we are closing the wave, we are just like decrementing the number. So it keeps going like as each wave keeps getting executed in the wave out thread, it decreases the number, and when there are no more waves left, the number reaches 0, and then we are triggering the kill command. So this is what it causes like the whole program to shut down. So over here we are decrementing, and when we are adding new wave, this number should be like incremented. So that we are doing in the wave play. Over here we have the increase wave counter, and we're increasing the wave number, and this wave number, it is being protected by this lock, and there's also the lock over here. This is because this wave number is being accessed by both the wave out thread that is outside our control and by our own thread, that is the wave. So if there is no mutex lock, then the number might get changed and the kill command will not get triggered. I encountered this issue, and this is the fix I found for that. And also like I modified the buffer so that now it currently points to like which buffer to fill. So earlier in the earlier editions in the part A and B, it was such that like in debug mode it works properly, but in release mode it was that like A gets filled up, buffer A gets filled up, and the wave starts playing, and before B can get and before like B can get filled, that is like before even the file buffer gets filled, the A1 gets empty. So from file it goes, the data was getting sent to A instead of B. So this issue occurred in release mode, not in debug, and this was causing some problems. So this was fixed over here. So now it points to AB properly. And one other thing that has been done is that like initially like both buffers are being filled. So this was done to prevent like sometimes what happened was like a buffer was run. If you just like fill one buffer and let the wave start like consuming data from that, it might be that before B buffer can be filled, like A buffer can get empty. So before B is filled, it's pointing to B, and now we'll get a null date. Now we will be left with nothing. So this was causing some crashes, and now this was also fixed. So these are like the major things done in CPAT, and now like the whole thing works properly. So that's it for CPAT, and thank you.